Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are looking at the result of our peak auto auction. So the auction did close last night, and we were going after the Ford Explorer, if you remember in our previous video, because I don't think that was the only thing out there that was any good. And if you watch the video, there was other stuff like the Dodge minivan, 280,000 miles, needed a new battery, tires, needed a bunch of stuff. There was a little Chevy Cobalt, but it had hail damage, some body damage on it. So we did look at the Explorer, and it looked all right. And I asked people to comment on what they think it would go for, and we did get the results. So I thought it was going to go for a lot less than what it went for, but that's what the market is. So what it closed at is this is a screenshot from my phone. Because after $2,000, I bailed out. 3,300 puts it at almost 3,800 out the door after the 13.5% fee, and then you got to do all your title work and stuff with that too. So there's no money in that truck at that price, and I couldn't believe it went for that much. I mean, it did have it did have new tires. It was clean, clear title. But the paint was rough. There was a little bit of the wheel well damage on the driver's side on the front. So went for way more than what I was expecting. Like I said, by the time you add up the fees, you add up tax and licensing to get the title, and then you also add probably $400 or $500 in maintenance. Did have a front diff leak. I don't know if it was just cover or an output seal, but to go through, do stuff like change the oil, air filter, kind of get it ready for resale, you're probably looking at least $500. At least that's what I allocate for every car, even if I don't think it needs anything. $500 is a pretty good budget just to kind of keep in the back of your mind. So that went for way more than what we thought, but there are some other auctions out there. So I looked at Castle Rock. There's some other stuff, Peak. And the only one that's caught my attention so far that we'll be bidding on is this one here in Parker. So actually right literally in my backyard. So they do have a bunch of wrecked vehicles, some stuff in there. Most of these are labeled as parts only. I don't know why, as far as if it was a certificate of destruction title in Colorado or something like that. But one thing did intrigue me was the 2016 GMC Sierra. So let's click on that. Overall, it doesn't look too bad, but it's a parts only truck. So lots of good parts. So we could kind of part this out, get that back. The only thing I really want to do actually is just pull out the motor. And I'm pretty sure it's got active fuel management or DOD. So do a DOD delete video, maybe doing a cam, new valley cover, etc. Getting rid of the DOD and building us an LS motor to maybe drop in something. I don't know. We'll see. You can always use an LS motor for anything. So maybe LS swap the BMW or something. But, front headlight looks good, and these are expensive. So I'm guessing this is going to go for a lot more than the $400 that we have bid right now. But if we can, we'll bid on this. Probably bid up, I don't know, $6,000, something like that. Because it looks like some of the doors, like the bed's good. I mean, it looks like all the damages is just limited to the front. Bumper is a little bit bent in the back. It doesn't look like there's any bed damage, so that's a good sign. So the bed should bring some good money. Up here, it doesn't even look like it got to the tire, but you can see it might have pushed in that door or pushed that fender in. Obviously, that's garbage, but the door might be good. So from the firewall back, we should be in good shape. And there's plenty of good stuff up in here, I think. So, and then the only thing I see on the inside, I don't see any of the curtain airbags blown. It just looks like the driver's side airbag is. So the inside should be worth a little bit as far as parting it out and getting the interior part out taken care of. So it looks like high-end leather. Obviously probably heated and cooled seats in this. The real question is, what LS motor does it have? So if that's something you'd like to see, like, comment, subscribe below, and let me know what you want to see. But I think this is probably the next thing we need to bid on for the channel, just for part out. So we almost have our GTO part out done and complete. Have almost all the parts loaded up to eBay and working on that. So I'm going to get that car probably picked up next weekend and get that off, because we'll have all the parts we need off of that GTO. we will get our Project GTO out of my parents' garage. We'll bring that over to my house and start going through that and get the BC coilover package installed on that. Maybe not next weekend, but we'll at least get the car over and we'll start getting ready for it. I do have a few things I need to work on as far as getting a dust boot replaced on the front, and some of the plastic bushings and washers are in, so we're going to swap those out quick so we have those ready to go when the time comes. So just wanted to post a little update. Unfortunately we lost, but we're moving on. So we'll see what else we can get, and we'll see what kind of else comes up here at Peak as far as auctions. So nothing else really interests me. Looked at the one down in Colorado Springs. I think there's another one getting posted up soon with Bugs Towing here, so I know that's in the Springs as well though, so we'll look and see. But I looked through here and there's just not much in here as far as something I'm interested in flipping and trying to make some money on. So and especially down in Colorado Springs, who knows if these will make it back. That's about 60 miles south, so would prefer to have something more local in there that we can at least get somewhere. So the Castle Rock auction's pretty good. The only thing I saw in here that really interests me is they have a little Scion TC here. Title included. Looks like this is a private sale, so bids $5,300, 75,000 miles. It doesn't say if it's a manual or automatic, which is probably the big decider on this one. So if it was an automatic, might be worth the money actually to flip that. So I'll have to do a little research and just see what these things are kind of bringing. And the weird thing is, it was title expired in 19 July, so almost, that's almost getting 2 years ago, so that's kind of odd. But who knows what it was, if it's a repossession, if it was something held up in court. I know that I bought an Escalade that was a drug dealer's Escalade, and literally sat for 2 years before it came out and went to auction. So interesting, but we may have to look at that. We'll see. But I'll have to do a little research too and see what a 2014 Scion brings with 75,000 miles. May go look at this just to see if it's a manual or auto. Obviously, if it's a manual, it's going to limit your audience as far as resale. So, but if it's an automatic, that might be something to look at too. So comment below, let me know what you think, and we'll move on from there. Wanted to bring a little update. We did get some work done to the Raptor, so look for another video to come out on Wednesday with more stuff on the Raptor coming soon. Thanks, everybody.